A pendulum is a small ball hanging from a string that swings when moved from the vertical and released. We represent the ball as a material point not subject to friction and assume that the mass of the string is negligible compared to that of the ball. If the oscillations are small, in practice, if the angle between the string and the vertical does not exceed 10 degrees, the pendulum performs harmonic motion. The small ball is subjected to the weight force Fp and the tension T of the string, and moves back and forth along an arc of a circle. The weight force Fp can be broken down into two vectors, its projection Fn in the direction of the string and its projection Fl along the tangent to the circle. Fl is the directing force toward the center of the oscillation C. The vector sum of Fl and Fn is the centripetal force of the uniform circular motion of the small ball. Let d be the distance of the ball from the vertical passing through the suspension point O. Let m be the mass of the ball and L the length of the string by the similarity of triangles AOD and BAC, AOD and BAC. Side OA is proportional to side AC and side AD is proportional to side AB. In fact, the two triangles are rectangular and have the same angles, respectively, in a specific position. Uh, OA is to AC as AD is to AB. So the side AB is equal to the division between the product of AC times by AD and OA. In this case, the correspondence about every side with respectivity, in this case, measures, the component FL is equal to the product between the weight force times by the distance of the ball from the vertical passing through the suspension point O divided by the length of the string. If the angle alpha is small, less than 10 degrees, the distance d is almost equal to the magnitude of s of the position vector s, which connects the center of oscillation C with the ball, and the vector FL has the same direction as s, but the opposite. In fact, FL is equal the difference between the weight force times by the division between the distance and the length of the string. But thanks to the second law of dynamics, Fl is equal to m times by the component of acceleration Al, respectively, and the previous equality, we arrive to this important contribution that it is tangent to the trajectory. Al is equal to Fl divided by m is equal to minus mg divided by ml times by s is equal to minus the product between the ratio g times by divided by L times by S. Comparing with this result with the formula for the acceleration of harmonic motion, A is equal to minus W elevated by 2 times by S, we can place W elevated by 2 is equal to G divided by L. W is the pulsation of the small oscillations of the pendulum. In this case, W is equal to the square root of the ratio between the gravity acceleration and the length of the string. Finally, using the formula of of the period about pendulum or harmonic motion, t is equal to 2 times by pi greco divided by omega, we obtain the period of the motion, t is equal to 2 times by pi greco times by the square root of the ratio between the length of the string and the gravity acceleration. In a given place that is for fixed g, the period t is directly proportional to the square root of L. To determine the period t of a pendulum's oscillation, the length of the string and the gravitational acceleration g of the planet are required. Eh, in this context, air friction is neglected, which, if present, would progressively reduce the amplitude of the pendulum's oscillation. In fact, the time t of each individual oscillation does not change, that it is independent of the amplitude. This property is known as the isochronism of the pendulum. In absence of friction, in fact, the amplitude is the same in every oscillation, respect then the real case. Two pendulums of the same length have different periods which swing on planets with different gravitational acceleration. In fact, the period t is larger if g is smaller. For example, it is larger on Earth than on Jupiter. In Jupiter, the gravity acceleration is about 25 meters per second elevated by 2. We square the terms t equal to 2 times by pi greco times by the square root of the ratio between the length of the string and the gravity acceleration, and we obtain g is equal to the ratio between the product of 4 times by pi greco divided by 2 times by the length of a string divided by the period of the pendulum elevated by 2. So, if we measure the length L of a pendulum and the duration t of one complete oscillation, we can calculate G. This is another method to calculate the gravity acceleration in every planet when we know the length of a pendulum and the duration t of one complete oscillation. Possibly in absence of friction or in a context in which the friction is neglected.